Yo, what is up? We're back with a new video, and today I'm going to do a little bit of a roundup. First of all, I just received a KiiBOOM Cybrix 16. This is a $68 macro pad that is fully aluminum. It's pretty good. We're going to talk about it, and we're going to cover some of these mice here as well that I've been playing around with for the last month or two. But first, the KiiBOOM Cybrix, pretty good build quality. I did an unbox, and of course this is a pretty good looking piece of kit. This has 6 layers of macro adjusting, so it can be a calculator, it can be a normal numpad, or you can program it because it is compatible with QMK VIA. It has 5 layers. This is the first layer. It's color coded. It's red. Second layer, just click on it. This is layer 1 green, layer 2 deep blue, layer 3 yellow, layer 4 pink, and the last layer is blue, back to red again. So the first layer, red layer, is the numpad, and then you've got the My Computer homepage, cut, copy, paste, all right here. You have 3 knobs here, and this knob toggles the layers like I showed you just now. It's also a volume knob. The top left button is turning on and off the RGB. There is RGB, but you can't really see it because the overhead lights are so bright. Also, you can page up and page down by rotating clockwise. Counterclockwise is to page up, clockwise is page down. The right button is a play, pause, next track. If you rotate it clockwise, counterclockwise on the previous track. There are set layers in there. For example, if you go to second layer, it's something else. Third layer is something else. Example, I'm going to show you the last layer, which is the blue layer, and this is layer 5. There are 6 layers. The first layer, red, is layer 0. You can even toggle your RGB mode, RGB mode plus. You can change your hue, you can plus your hue. There's all kinds of things you can program to this macro pad. Obviously you can control your OBS, you can control your stream and stuff like that. It is pretty interesting. This is the Cybrix 16 macro pad. Next up, what I want to show you is actually the Vaxee Sora, which I've already reviewed for you guys, but actually what I want to show you today is the updated software. And when I say updated software, I mean the Vaxee Web UI, and that's new. So let's connect the mouse and turn it on. I've already updated the mouse and the dongle. Connect to it and it will take you to the web interface. Of course, this is the standard interface. You get all the normal stuff, but there is a little bit of disappointment here, and that disappointment is the lack of ability to assign something else other than what is available here. For example, I cannot assign this to a keyboard key, for example. It is still a little bit disappointing, even though you have the web UI now, which is pretty useful for you to change your settings without having to remember all these combination keys to change the DPI and stuff. You can just get into the web UI. But my biggest disappointment is you cannot assign keys or numbers to these buttons that you want to use. But anyway, that is the Ninjutsu Sora for you. That's the update on that mouse. Let's move on to the next subject, which I think we will talk about the mouse that I have been playing around with a lot. This is the Pulse 01, a new competitive mouse from Akko. Now Akko did try to make some competitive mouse called the Akko AG1. $79. It comes with 3950 sensor, 8K polling, and a Nordic 52840 MCU. It does look like and feel like a Logitech GPX. Just let me pull that up for a minute. Yeah, about the same size, about the same shape. Obviously this one has some comfort grooves for the buttons, while the GPX is kind of like flat and molded around the egg shape. This one is basically a Logitech G Pro Superlight with comfort grooves. I've enjoyed my usage of it. It is on the heavy side, where I can't remember the weight now. I think it's about 70 grams if I'm not mistaken. But it does function well. You don't really feel the weight when you are gaming your mouse. If you're used to 50 gram mice, this is not going to make a lot of difference. It's just another mouse. Is it worth $80? I think they should lower this down to the $50-60. It is very solid because of that weight. There is no flex, there is no creak, there is nothing. The button implementation is nice. I can't remember what buttons these were using, but they work great. They're very snappy, very tactile, makes a nice sound. The click feel throughout the entire buttons are very nice. So is the scroll wheel. Do I recommend this mouse? It's a little bit expensive, it's a little bit heavy. If they drop the price to $50, this is definitely real worth picking up in my opinion. But that is the Akko Zero1. Next up is the Phylina. This Phylina S480. This is a 3950 mouse with 8K compatibility. This is a one-to-one clone of the Skyrox V6, except it is using the transparent blue shell pink dot. So this is mechanical switches, and the V6 is Omron switches. They both feel exactly alike in the hand. You notice that the side button position is a little bit forward compared to the Skyrox V6. The Skyrox V6 is already kind of like a forward side button. Mouse 4 and mouse 5, it is already a little bit on the forward side. This one is a little bit even more forward, so most of my thumb is on the rear button, and on the front button just the tips of my thumb is going to actuate it. So other than that, it feels exactly the same like a V6. If you want a Skyrox V6 with mechanical Huano transparent blue shell pink dot, this is the mouse for you. Same 8K compatibility, same 8K Nordic MCU, 52840 chipset, 3950 sensor, exactly the same mouse except mechanical switches, and that is the Phylina. Next up is the last thing that I wanted to share with you guys, which is the Zaopin Z2 Mini. This is the Z2 Mini with the 3395 sensor, 52840 Nordic MCU. This is a 56 gram mouse with a 500 milliamp battery. Now, I don't know why they call this the Z2 Mini. I don't know why they call this the Z2. It has got nothing to do with the Z2 shape, although it is kind of like a mild ergo, which is the only thing it has in common with the regular Z2. This one is very flat, very short, on the small side. This is a 1K version. There is a 4K version. You pay a little bit more for that, but this is a superb mouse. I've always performed well on Z2s, and this one is no exception. It is hot swappable, which means you can you have to remove the skates though, I think, to unscrew the mouse, open it up. You can swap out the switches to something other than I think this is Huano transparent green shell white dots. But yeah, the Z2 Mini, they shouldn't have called it a Z2. They should have just called it something else. Maybe call it a Z3 instead of calling it a Z2 Mini. It is a very underrated mouse, flying under the radar. Nobody's heard of it, nobody uses it, but it is an amazing feel. amazing mouse if you want a small competitive flattish kind of mouse that is asymmetric in nature. This is the one you would go for. Very nice feeling mouse, and this one comes in the lavender color with a very smooth touch coating. The coating is a lot like a chalky kind of dry coating, but very rubberized, sticky. As soon as you lay your hands on it, it becomes pretty grippy. Very nice mouse. Again, they shouldn't have called it the Z2. They should just call it something else, because it is a whole new different kind of shape compared to the Z2, the regular Z2. Anyway, that's my video for today. The Cybrix, the Z2, the Phylina, and the Pulse 01. Hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.